and today we will begin our adventure right here at the Last Chance Saloon. It says Last Chance for 24 miles since 1930, bar, liquor store, backyard grill, t-shirt, souvenirs, and also, if you like them, they got the world famous Bloody Marys here. World famous. And this here is what the front of the store looks like, or the saloon. Been around since 1930. Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. It is happening, folks. I'm on my way out to Key West, and this is kind of my travel day, so I'm going to take my time as we drive out US 1, or the overseas highway as they call it. We're going to be looking at roadside attractions, some of the quirkiness that we may see across, you know, from island to island as we kind of island hop, 7 Mile Bridge. Tons of stuff to see as we drive to Key West. It's about 130 miles, give or take, from right here in this point. So thank you for hanging out with me. Let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be awesome. All right, welcome to our first stop. This is really for my mom more than anything else. This here is a screen used, the actual boat from the movie The African Queen. My mom loved that movie, and you can actually see it here. And they actually take boat rides, little scenic rides and stuff, tours on the actual boat that was in the movie. This is a really awesome little spot right here. A couple hotels close by. My wife, she was down there looking at the African Queen. She got her a closer look. So this is so cool. The African Queen is an actual 1912 steam-powered boat used in the 1951 classic film starring Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. Bogart won his only Academy Award for the role in this movie. So if you want to know how the boat ended up in Florida, this is what I found out online. After filming, the boat was abandoned and in Africa, later rescued, restored, and eventually brought to the Florida Keys. Today it operates here in Key Largo as a floating museum. And this thing is awesome. Look at that. I mean, that is a piece of movie history right there. So another little fun fact about the boat, it was almost lost forever. The boat sank more than once over the decades and was considered unsalvageable at times. It underwent major restoration, including Hurricane Irma repairs in 2017 to keep it seaworthy. So the original boat originally was steam powered. It now runs on a diesel engine for safety, reliability, but still remains in its classic steamboat look and feel. And this is awesome. Right here next to the boat, they have several posters out here with a little bit of history about the boat. A lot of the information that I just read to you, you can find on these little posters. But really, really cool. I did read, they said when they filmed this movie, it was one of the worst shoots they ever been on. They was due to bug bites and things like that, as you can imagine. Being very hot and stifling warm. Really made for a tough shoot. So I'm really glad that everybody got out in one piece. There was a lot of people on the crew that came down with certain illnesses while filming. And Katharine actually only drank bottled water supposedly while she was shooting. So I don't think she ever got sick, but all the other people was drinking water from different places and they ended up getting sick. Look at this little bird up here, little dove. What do you think about it? It's a pretty awesome boat, ain't it? All right, this is really awesome. I hope my mom enjoys this little section of the video. This was all for you. I've only seen the movie once, and it was when I was a kid, so don't really remember a whole lot of scenes from it, but it's a classic. It is a classic. I have seen it before. Okay, let's carry on. This looks like something out of Star Wars. Look at this vehicle of sorts right here. This guy actually has like a blue tarp over the nose of it, but this thing is wild. I mean, it's very futuristic looking. Looks almost like a plane, doesn't it? How crazy is that? But that's not the reason I stopped. This place right here is called American Sailing Academy. Now they've got tractor trailers, all kinds of stuff, but look at this chair, and they got like a UFO looking dome thing. What the heck is this? Look at that. And look at this chair. This thing is super. It is super. It's a super chair. You can read what it says. You know, I don't curse here on the channel, but check that out. You have the chair, and you have this, whatever this would have been at one time. I'm really not sure, but my gosh, when I seen it, I was like, hang on, we're pulling over immediately. I have got to show this. Absolutely ridiculous looking. It's not a house. Maybe they served ice cream, or maybe it was a flotation device that you could put on a lake. I have no idea. It looks like it has like a couch inside, like an area where you can seat people in a circle. It is so bizarre. All right, I have made it to my next destination here at the Rain Barrel Arts and Shops, also known as the Rain Barrel Village. And a lot of people like to stop here because of this massive lobster out front, which it actually has a name. This is Betsy the Lobster. And Betsy is supposedly 30 feet tall and 40 feet long. And it is quite the spectacle. Yeah, this is really, really cool. A lot of people, I had to kind of wait my turn to get over here and just get a shot of her because so many people was coming out here and checking out this monstrous lobster. Obviously, this is a great selfie spot, as you can imagine. But this here is right in front of the Rain Barrel Art and Shops. And I think I'm gonna have to just walk in to see what they got. If they got this out front, what do they got inside? Let's walk inside and take a little peruse around. Let's take a little gander and see what they have. Is that okay with you, Betsy? Now, right here beside Betsy, they have a cafe lobster shack here. And yes, they do have Cuban sandwiches and some lobster rolls. It's a very interesting front fascia to this place. Let's go in there and see what they have. Oh, check this out. They do have Betsy adult t-shirts here. Check that out, man. Right there she is. She is a superstar. Okay, I just exited out of the front, that first little store we come into. And look at this little village area. How cute is this? This is awesome. Got this little gravel, little walkways, all these little sitting areas and stuff. It's very rustic looking, but well kept. We are here just after Christmas, and Frosty the Snowman even came down here to pop in at the Rain Barrel Village. Yeah, this is awesome. Now this is Florida Keys. I know it's touristy, I know it, but I'm not a local. I'm enjoying all of this stuff. And check out the alligator decor right there. How cool is that? Tipsy octopus. Off limits, do not go that way, keep out. This is so cool. It's another shop with all kinds of trinkets inside, decor. Okay, this next little area here is called Amy's Creations. Art is everywhere. That is very true. Unfortunately, I cannot show that area because they do not allow photos or photography. So we're going to skip over that area and move on back down this way. I really like the design of these dolphins right here. Rain Barrel Clothing Company. They have a lot of different shirts and things that you can buy out here for men, kids, ladies. They got hats. They got a clearance room here inside. Just want to show a little bit of what they have out front. Some of the dresses over here. I know some of you ladies enjoy your summer decor, and it is kind of always summer in the Florida Keys. So they sell it year round. All right, I think that is going to end it for my little stop here. So we got a lot of driving to do today. So we're going to make on down US 1 a little bit further. So right now I'm on the corner of Johnston Road and US Highway 1. And I wanted to stop right here to see this memorial. This is absolutely beautiful. This here is the Hurricane Monument, also known as the Labor Day Hurricane Memorial. It honors the victims of the 1935 Labor Day hurricane, one of the deadliest and most powerful hurricanes to ever strike the United States. And this is absolutely beautiful. I love these palm trees here. Let's walk back here and check out this little monument. Give you a little history about this place. So the hurricane struck on September 2nd, 1935, with winds estimated to be between 185 and 200 miles per hour, making it a Category 5 storm. More than 400 people were killed, many of them World War I veterans working in labor camps here in the Overseas Highway Project. And I gotta say, what a beautiful looking monument. Kind of walk up there. So this monument was actually erected in 1937 by the Works Progress Administration. It's made of keystone coral rock, giving it its rugged appearance. And check it out. You can see the design right there of the rough ocean waves, the palm trees just being battered and blown. And then right here, they have a dedicated plaque to the memory of the civilians and war veterans whose lives were lost in the hurricane of September 2nd, 1935. Okay, I made my way around to the back side of the monument itself. It actually extends around the corner. You can come back here and they have like some information about the hurricane and the hurricane monument. Have some very interesting like photographs of what some of the storm damage looked like. Look at this old train right here. Yeah, that is awesome. And right here is the monument dedication. Right there, November 14th, 1937. And then right here they have a list of known people, victims of the storm. They have the civilians listed on this side, as you can see right there. And then right here is all the veterans. Look at that. That is wild. But you know, back then they didn't have the technology we have today, and you couldn't, you didn't know when a storm was coming. You know, like today they tell you almost like 5 days out pretty accurately. But back then you didn't have that kind of technology and satellites and all that stuff. Man, it's so sad. They never knew. Check this out right here. It says Rustic Inn, today's Green Turtle Restaurant. But I gotta be honest with you, a stick-built place like that right there, still standing after those type of winds, somebody was building something right back then. All right, let's carry on. This is definitely an awesome little visit. Definitely a spot I'd recommend taking a little extra time and checking out this monument, Hurricane Monument. I gotta say, as much as I enjoy the ocean and water, this has been an awesome drive so far because you have water on both sides of the road. It is just so beautiful. I mean, just look at that off to the left. It's beautiful. Then it's over to the right hand side. Okay, welcome to 7 Mile Bridge. That is a lot of stickers. A lot of decals on that sign right there. This is definitely going to be really cool. It's definitely a stop I wanted to make today on this trek as we drive toward Key West. 7 Mile Bridge is pretty cool. They've actually filmed some movie scenes out here on this bridge. So we're going to make our way up here and walk out just a piece. I'm not going to walk I think you can walk about 2.5 miles across to another island, and then it just ends, but we're not going to go that far. But I do want to walk a little bit and just talk about it and show it a little bit, and then we're going to drive across it. And then you're going to get to see just how grand it is. The one off to the left is the one that we will be driving across. This one here is the old bridge, which is now just pretty much a bike path, pedestrian bridge that you can, you know, cruise over to that little island. Okay, here we are. This is 7 Mile Bridge. You can see the traffic driving US 1, overseas highway. And then you're literally over the sea on 7 Mile Bridge. And you can see the one on the left. Obviously, this is the new bridge everyone uses today. And we're actually walking on the old bridge. So 7 Mile Bridge is not technically 7 miles. It is 6.79 miles. And it's commonly called 7 Mile Bridge. That's just the name. It is one of the largest bridges over open water anywhere in the world. And there are actually 2 7 Mile bridges. The original bridge was built in 1912 that we're walking on right now. And it was actually built for Henry Flagler's overseas railroad. And the modern bridge completed off to our left here was in 1982. So some of the Hollywood movies that have been filmed on this bridge is True Lies, Too Fast, Too Furious, Mission Impossible 3. And it's one of the most filmed bridges in the world. And right here they have a little information. It says what's at the other end, just in case you don't want to walk it. Pigeon Key, National Historic Island, 2 miles each direction. Walk or ride. See there it says the Train Daily Guided Tours Museum, gift shop, snacks, snorkeling, swimming, open from 9 to 4. Island admission required for additional purchases in the gift shop and restroom. Look, right there goes the tram. So the tram is running for a fee. And we was actually possibly thinking about walking all the way. 2 mile trek over to the island. Check it out. Walk around. It's a really cool looking island. If you look it up online, Pigeon Key, it's really beautiful. All the colors of the little cottages and everything, but it's like 12 bucks. I just talked to somebody. I said, hey, did y'all do it? They was like, nah. They charge you $12 just to go onto the island. And there's a gift shop on the island that we've seen on that signage back there. So yeah, I'm not going to pay $12 to get on the island and to go, you know, we just think about going over and getting a pin or getting a little souvenir. But yeah, we was going to spend money, but I don't think that's worth it. That's a lot of walking. And then to get on the tram, it's additional money that you have to pay. So it's probably over $20 is what that gentleman just told me. All in all, if you use the tram and everything. So I think we're just gonna probably hike it on back and just drive across. And when we're driving across US 1, the overseas highway, I just point the camera out the right-hand side of the car where you can see the island I'm referring to. And there's also a iconic tree that is growing out of the old bridge. And they actually decorate it up sometimes. So we got that to look forward to anyway. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, we're making our way across 7 Mile Bridge now. So you can see just how tall the bridge is. And then over here on the right, this is the island that we was going to walk to, but that's just a long way today. 2 mile trek across there, and really we're probably best just to see it like this. You can see the pretty colors of some of the little homes and stuff there. It is really cool. But that is Pigeon Key. And you can see remnants of the old bridge, how it extends across the water continuously. But there is going to be sections that are missing as we make our way across there. I will point those out to you when we get there. And these gaps, it looks like it's made for like where boats can actually pass through the bridge, especially right up here. You can see one of those big gaps. And this is just a beautiful view when you get up here on the top of this bridge and just kind of pan out, and you can just see all the beautiful water. Right there is one of those big gaps that we were just talking about. That bridge looks very haunted. It's very rusty, like rusty looking. All the sea air over the years deteriorating. Okay, right up here on the right is kind of a famous tree. This is a very iconic thing. You can actually find this tree on Google Maps. And this tree is actually growing out of the old bridge itself. And this is it right here. And they actually got some decorations on there. They got some buoys on the tree and some Christmas decor. That is so awesome. But yeah, that tree is famous. It just grows, it's just growing out of the old bridge. I think that's pretty fascinating. All right, welcome to Key West. I made it, folks. And this right here is where I'm going to be laying my head over the next few days. A little place called the Porch on Francis. This is going to be an adventure. Hope you enjoyed today's video, because I'm about to go inside and relax a little bit. This is nice. I mean, with a name like Porch on Francis, you got to have a nice porch with some chairs. A little ceiling fan action going on there. Really looking forward to this. And my goodness, I absolutely love this tree right out front here. That is so cool. Yeah, this is going to be fun. And look here, they even got a rooster. There's supposed to be a lot of those. We'll probably see a lot of chickens or roosters and things like that walking around the streets of Key West. All right, my friends, all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you on my next adventure. Y'all stay safe. Hope to see you all again soon. And let the next adventures begin. Right here in Key West. This is going to be different.